Lorel loves Jimmy. Lorel loves Jimmy. It's true. But Lorel and Jimmy are through.
My name is Chantel Lewis. I'm the president of Texas Southern University's Hip Hop Society. We're actually the first and only hip hop organization at any HBCU across the nation. An HBCU is a historically black college or university. A lot of people don't know that. The reason why the arts are important to me is because they're a form of expression. You can really become another person in any form of art, whether it's drawing, acting, singing. You could portray a different character. So that's something that's really important to me, because to me it's important not to bottle things in, but rather express yourself and put it on paper or put it into a song or put it on stage. Whatever struggle you might be going through, you could always derive that and go back to that. So basically what we do is we went into Lamar Fleming Middle School and we tutored the kids for a whole semester in different subjects, math, science, reading, writing, to help prepare them for the STAR test. Because without passing that standardized state test, they can't move on to the next grade level. They'll easily be held back. So we believe that if we go in there and we tutor these kids and then we give them an assembly or we incorporate music or hip-hop into the lesson, they'll be able to connect with it easier. Because we believe not everybody learns the same. Everybody learns differently. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that I feel like society needs to recognize. And it's something that could be very efficient and beneficial to our culture, really.
The other day I came across a fan. She said, "Girl, you right about the men. See, they ain't nothing but dogs and always telling lies. And every time I look at my son, I see his daddy's eyes. And it makes me want to cry. I mean, he just packed up and left one day and I don't even know why. But girl, your poise should be on point. Keep on talking about the men. Maybe they'll get it together then." And as she walked away in yesterday's pants that were too tight for tomorrow and a top that expressed the lowest cut of her heart's sorrow, I smiled and said goodbye, thinking, my sister, where did we go wrong? Was it before or after the thong song? Shrunken minds and mass media got you feeling like you on top, but you see, a woman was never meant to lead, but to assist in the affairs of a king. And I know that some of them have been dethroned and coping with being a prince, but some of us are not yet queens, so how can we give authority to dismiss? I say, it's time to bounce back. Not into a woman with no opinions or ideals, but into a queen, which a king will rightfully share his throne. And I know that most of us feel as though we're already there, but as soon as he refers to you in the light of a female dog, as long as he says you're the baddest, you don't care. It's time to bounce back. Bounce back to Proverbs, Athena, all the way down to Nefertiti. Bounce back to Gwendolyn, Maya, and Vicky. Bounce back to Gwendolyn and Sojourner, who always spoke truth. Bounce back to CJ, Maya, and Mary. Bounce back because the way that we're heading is scary. Bounce back because you are more than Nicki and a menage of lost doors on a Windows doorstep. Bounce back because you are strong and beautiful. Bounce back because you are more than what the world sees of you. Bounce back because it seems that we have forgotten what are queens. Bounce back because it is not the one that resides in England. Bounce back because it seems that we have forgotten how to treat our kings. The more that we say that they are good for nothing, the more that they shall be. Bounce back because it seems that our ancestors are turning over in their graves. Bounce back because it seems that we have forgotten how to behave. Bounce back because we are no longer slaves. Bounce back because you are more than those big lips, butt, and thighs. Bounce back because your kinky hair is where your identity lies. Bounce back and know that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. So speak life into our kings, because one day they will raise our sons. Bounce back and know that you are more than ejaculated promises of a man's wet dream. Bounce back and seek God, and He will bring you your kingdom bounce back.
Well, I think that the kind of person I was before I started writing is I kind of live life to impress, and when I started writing, I kind of started to be able to live life to express. And I think that changed me a lot, because having so much energy and being able to express that and put it in words on paper, it's a self-discovery. It really is. It's a journey all in its own. So the characters you create and the journey you go on with them tells you a lot about yourself. We don't live life to make money. It's not a game of leveling up and getting points. This is our lives. Like, our life should be a living work of art, because art reflects so much to people after us that we can inspire leaders, we can build nations, we can tear them down, we can throw revolutions. And I think that the arts are always the fuel behind that. And I think people deny themselves, because you need art to get up and do your job. You know, everyone listens to music. You know, who designed a car and it wasn't an art form? You know, I think that people who look down on the arts are kind of one-sided thinkers who just, you know, push past, who refuse to accept the depth and possibility of the arts. And I think that with the arts, there's no greater power than being able to change someone's heart, you know, and I think that art is the one thing that does that.
Diamond Bluebird, hi, and I sing, dance, act, and write music. Art has really made me into a better person, mainly because it is when I found myself, like found who I really am, and how I can properly express myself to where others can understand. And it honestly makes me more happy. Like, say if I was going through something, I can honestly not think about it, because I'm either too busy writing about it or dancing about it or just acting about it. It really is a way I can express myself instead of negatively. We're entertainment. We're what you watch. We're what you buy tickets to go see. And we're what you talk about. Honestly, we are your surroundings, you know. We are the entertainment of your life, you know. When you're at home and have nothing to do, you want to put on a show, or you want to listen to a song, you want to watch a play, you know. People don't really acknowledge that, and I feel like we play a significant role in life. I had to really let myself know that nothing is wrong when it comes to art. Nothing is, you know, false, or nothing is an error. Everything you do is the art in what you do. So there's no mess ups. There's no, that's the natural art that came out of you. So why do it over? So that's what I had to teach myself, because I'm a perfectionist and I have to be like, no, again and again. But no, that first time, it was true. So I need to just let go and let myself know that.
I write because, honestly, I don't think I'll be able to sleep at night if I didn't.
So, in my life, outside of theater, it's just me. But when I come into theater, I have a family. I have people to laugh with, people to share with vice versa. When I leave theater, it's just me. Me to encourage myself, to uplift myself. And when you get to theater, you have people encouraging you and telling you to move forward. Keep going, no matter the situation of your life, no matter what's going on in your life, make it happen. Keep going.
You choose. You can find a voice. And I always see school as that, as shelter. Wherever you go, you'll find people who are difficult, people you don't like, people you might like, but that, you know, you might have situations at home that prevent you from even dreaming or thinking big. But it shouldn't be. You know, you shouldn't be discouraged. You shouldn't be looking at the negative side of the situation you might be in. Everybody has problems. We all have different situations that we have to deal with.
This started in high school. Everyone knew me as Lady E. But Lady E was going through a hard time dealing with my parents' divorce, being the oldest of 3, the poverty that we lived in, and it was coming out in a negative fashion. But when I found out that I could write all that down and put it to a track and express myself, it was healing. And so I found healing in the arts at a young age, and experiencing theater once I got to college, and that was just icing on the cake.
We are called Raw Materials, standing for Rising Above All Weaknesses. I started my second semester of my freshman year mainly because I joined a dance team here and I was not pleased. I didn't feel like I was really expressing my true talents in it. I feel like I just wasn't comfortable. I wasn't happy. So I looked at another dance team here and I still wasn't happy. So I just decided, like, well, let me start something of my own. Let me just, see how it is. And it's really blossoming. Like, I'm really happy about this team. We're growing together, and it's really an artistic team. Every time we perform, we put on a production. There's a theme. We're in costume wear. We're telling a story. Our last production was really a have versus have-nots production. Basically, we danced, and some of the teams were, homeless, and some of the people on the team, were rich valley girls that have daddies with deep pockets. So we danced to the song Please Don't Judge Me by Chris Brown, along with a plethora amount of other songs. But we really wanted to key on to that song to let people know that, no matter who you are or what you do, just don't judge others because you don't know their story. You don't know what they went through. You don't know what happens when they go home. So I just really want to set a positive message. So that's why I formed my dance crew, because I don't feel like any of the other dance teams are really forming a positive message. Like, because they're just dancing, honestly. And dance is deeper than that. You really have to feel what you're doing. So
I think the arts are important, and we can't do without the arts. I guess in a fundamental way, when man came on earth, he used art to answer questions about who he was. And so art is the beginning of asking questions about who are you and why you're here. Art is not an option. We breathe it, we live it, and life itself is art.
If anything, you go with your influences, the people who done it before you, and that's how you stay true to the culture and to the music and to the art itself.